Today we observe International Literacy Day, designated by the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, UNESCO. According to a Stats SA General Household Survey, about 47% of South African children have never read a book nor drew pictures with a parent or guardian. This is supported by the findings of the 2016 Progress in International Reading Literacy Study. This international comparative literacy assessment of grade 4 learners revealed that 8 out of 10 South African children are unable to read for meaning even in their languages. For more, we're joined by Omphile Kgwathe, who's a Senior Project Manager for Services and Innovation at Digify Africa. Omphile, thank you so much for your time. It's International Literacy Day. However, as we read those stats and as we are aware of what is happening, especially in our schools, it just shines the spotlight on South Africans' literacy levels. What's your assessment and I suppose your perspective in terms of where we are and the progress we are making so far?
Hi, good afternoon, and good afternoon to you and your viewers. As you read those stats, it's quite a scary stat, 8 out of 10. So as you know, as Digify Africa, we are a digital literacy learning institution. And for us, the fact that, you have that stat about people not being able to read, to understand, how can they even comprehend going into digital or being digitally literate? You can't get a job. You can't read to understand any information that's given to you on a contract. You're so open for people taking advantage of you. There is nothing. There's not a good job, or there's nothing that you can do if you are not literate. If you cannot read, to understand or understand the exact wording of what is being communicated to you.
So let's talk about the work you're doing in the digital literacy space. I understand you've got 2 WhatsApp learning bots. So tell us a little bit more about that.
I'm sure you've interacted with a lot of bots. A lot of companies have what we call service bots. If you go any big company, they'll have a WhatsApp bot that will help you with any technical issues or payments or issues that you may have with a product. What we have is the first learning bot. And we have these amazing learning bots that we have created alongside our partners, Meta. And we take content around digital literacy or being safe on the internet, and we make it interactive on the WhatsApp learning bot. So we give these WhatsApp learning bots personalities, we give them names, we make sure the way that they deliver the learning is like you are in a classroom, because as you know, data is an issue in South Africa. Data is an issue in Africa. So how else are people expected to learn? So we decided to then take that content that we had and put it on WhatsApp, because WhatsApp is a social media platform that pulls the least data, and a lot of people have access to smartphone. The cheapest smartphone is like 400 Rand, unlike expecting somebody to have a PC. Most South Africans don't have access to that, but a lot of South Africans have access to a smartphone. A lot of companies have a data specific to WhatsApp. So you buy a month worth of data that is specific to WhatsApp, because that is the only way people can afford to communicate with other people. So we took that knowledge and we created this amazing, engaging content, written graphics, voice notes, and we made the learning as interactive as possible to get people where they need to be from a digital literacy perspective.
On that note then, what has been the feedback so far, especially when you look at some of your different programs, that help young people between 13 to 18 to explore the internet and protect themselves online?
The feedback has been amazing. I mean, we certainly didn't start it because of COVID. Like I said, there's always been an outcry of the cost of data. But what this does for us is that we're able to get to the tiniest little corner in South Africa. When we were just delivering the learning face to face, we could only get to like Soweto or get to Rustenburg, a township in Rustenburg. By using WhatsApp, we can get to towns we haven't even heard of because everybody has WhatsApp, and one person goes on Kitso and learns about internet safety and tells their friend about it, or an educator talks about some of the horrors that they've seen and bullying in schools and how a child killed themselves because of the bullying that they were experiencing, and says there's this WhatsApp learning bot that we can learn how to protect our learners from that. So it's been amazing to hear the feedback of people just going, it's easy, it's interesting, it's fun, and they engage with it well.
Omphile, let's leave it there. Thank you so much for your time. That's Omphile Kgwathe, who's a senior project manager at Digify Africa, talking to us about the work they're doing within the digital literacy space, especially as we observe International Literacy Day.